Oh gosh, oh geez. Oh, I'm so bored. I just want some sort of media content to listen to, but I don't even know where to look. Let me turn on the TV. I hope there's not any commercials. Boop.
Buried. Welcome to the podcast.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Buried Podcast. This is the internet show where we go into the internet jungle and bring back hidden gems of lore to the public seeing eye. As always, I'm Declan Grogan, and with me is Dylan Ward.
I haven't gotten my license renewed in 11 months, and as a pizza delivery driver, I'm genuinely scared.
Jimmy Brown.
I probably haven't gotten my license renewed in 12 months, believe it or not.
Shit.
And Liam Mann.
I order the pizza.
I always think you're gonna do something about your license or something, and then it's never anything really.
I thought he was gonna say 13 months.
Well, no, because he said delivery driver and then pizza. I don't know, man.
No, I like it.
Pizza.
We're on episode 31.
Yeah, we can finally phone it in.
All right, listeners of Buried, let's sit down for a second.
Yeah.
Let's have a little one-on-one conversation.
Little
here.
fireside chat, as some
Yeah.
presidents might say.
First off, how are you?
Could we get a little bit of a fireplace crackle in the background right now?
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you.
Set the mood.
Boom.
Thank you, Vespucci.
Yeah, thank you, Vespucci.
Yeah, no, Vespucci's gonna love that.
Oh, Vespucci. Yeah, that was my priceless wooden artifact collection that you did just use as kindling. No,
Oh, Vespucci, my dad loved that card more than me, and you just crashed in the back of our fancy house.
Oh no, Vespucci, did you just hear that airplane go over the house?
What?
this is supposed to be a dead air zone.
Yeah.
All right, let's have our fireside chat. We're sitting down with the audience.
Yeah, okay.
We have to address the audience here.
Hello, audience.
What do you guys think? What do you readers think of us changing the Buried intro?
You know,
Yeah,
it's a
so
performance
readers,
review.
Moreover, do you like us?
Why
Readers,
not?
this might be a little bit hard to digest, but that is going to be the intro for the rest of the show. It's just going to be that.
Yeah, we will always be using that same one. You know, we talked to PR, and they said that our intro just hasn't been pulling well with the public, and people want something that's more hip, more fresh.
See, it's difficult coming up with a new pun on Buried for 31 times in a row.
Yeah, you try making 31 of the same jokes.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
actually
hey.
do. Please comment them. We are running out of ideas.
Hey, email us at theburiedpodcast@gmail.com. Give us a list of 31 buried jokes. Cloudy, you're exempt from that because I feel like you might actually do that. I don't want to make you type of 31
If you give us
jokes.
one in the comments, that's more than enough. Cloudy,
give
we
us
love
one.
you. Can't emphasize that enough.
Yeah, I don't want any of that happening.
Second,
Yeah.
also make sure to comment your bank account details. Just so we know, just so we can keep you safe, so we can hang on to them.
because we want to keep you safe. Hey, look, you guys, you're vapid with your money. We've been seeing the numbers you're just spending freely, and we're like, whoa, they're being really unsafe with their money. Us here, Buried Financial Inc., we know how to spend your dollar right.
Welcome to the Buried Financial Division. We're getting on the ground floor of financial podcasts.
Financial podcast advice.
Number 1. Give us your money for
Give us your
safekeeping.
bank info. Hey,
Number 2, don't forget the pin. You guys keep commenting without the pin. That is totally unhelpful.
That doesn't allow us to steal your money at all. I mean, keep keep you safe. We should tell people we're not gonna do Patreon. We just want your credit card information so we can take $1 from you every month. But don't worry, we're only gonna take $1.
We're only gonna take $1.
That's it, guys. That's it.
We wouldn't lie to you like that.
Why would I lie to you once I have your bank account information?
Why do you think I'm lying to you? Grabs shirt, starts shaking around. Why do you think I'm lying to you?
We might have to fire Vespucci if you don't give us your parents' credit card information and the PIN. You guys keep forgetting the pin. I can't emphasize this
Stop
enough.
forgetting the pin. He was trained at Butler's buttling school for young professional butlers. He's expensive. He is literally a butler.
He's so expensive. He keeps buying cognac and nothing else. I don't even like cognac, but it's expensive.
He
It's
drinks
older wine.
so much
Oh my
cognac.
gosh. It's a voracious appetite. We don't talk about this. We are in the middle of the Lithuanian jungle. We don't have much money, and we still have a butler.
Yeah.
Who loves cognac?
Well,
Serious
Wait, you
debt.
guys don't have that much money?
What?
Oh.
What?
Is that why we don't go out so much?
Well, we don't go out.
I-
Jimmy, you go.
You go
Jimmy,
out all
is
the
this
time.
When
Oh
you're
my
when you're
God.
leaving, are you going to fancy restaurants?
Yeah, that's like. Is that why you guys are always like saying no? We can't go to McDonald's, Jimmy. It's like way too expensive. When
I
literally own
eat
the
fucking
Mc-
mud.
local
Where are you
McDonald's.
getting money?
Jimmy, I paid
Oh.
for your rent last month. You made me pay our
Jimmy.
landlord because you said you couldn't. You were strapped for cash.
Yeah. It's because I
Jimmy-
left my wallet in the bathroom after I had taken my poop, and I just didn't want to get up. I thought it was no big
Jimmy.
deal.
I've gotten so hungry that I've started to bonk myself in the head with a coconut to forget how hungry I am.
Yeah, but like
Same.
my coconut market was booming after that. All right.
Oh yeah, that's right, because you keep selling me
Oh my
coconuts.
Yeah.
gosh, Jimmy, you own stock in the coconut market? I literally
Yeah.
sold my liver to Vespucci to make sure we keep it as a butler. Because even though we're poor, I will not go back to a non-butler life. I'm sorry, I just won't get rid of the butler.
I like. Wait, so Jimmy, Declan, I like how you didn't sell your kidney for money to pay Vespucci. You just paid Vespucci your liver.
Yeah, dude. Look, I'm telling you right now, it's what is it, an essential organ? I don't think so. And second part, I'm not gonna go back to a life without a butler. Once you get a taste for the butler life, I don't care.
Listen, once you get a taste of the high life,
Yeah.
there's no going back.
There's no
bitch.
going
He
back,
finds the finest muds in the jungle to feed me. It's like pudding at this point. Like, why? Jimmy, what did you invest in that has given you this much money?
Besides the coconuts, I have another podcast.
What?
You cheating whore.
yeah.
You whorish cheat.
It's called Elevation. We talk about things that are in pop culture and everybody knows about. It's much more popular than this.
Today, my topic is YouTube. Have you guys heard about YouTube? Yes, we have.
Good.
Wow.
Isn't that the best?
And then he bonks them on the head with a coconut so they forget and they're like, oh, YouTube, huh? What's
that's
that?
it.
Oh, YouTube.
All right. Speaking of topics,
All right, fine. Yeah, brush under the fact that you
Yeah,
have all
it's
this
brush-
money.
that I have all the money, it's buried. Yeah.
Well, why don't you go, Mr.
Yeah.
Rockefeller?
Did you
Yeah,
guys
yeah.
not realize that I've been uploading this to like a separate platform? It's actually on Vimeo, and I've been absolutely making bank.
Vimeo,
you guys.
the rich man's YouTube.
I thought you were saying Vimeo, the rich get richer.
Yeah, there's actually there's an HBO documentary I have running right now. Haven't you guys seen the guys with the cameras making, a video
What
of
if
you guys?
Spoochie's friends?
I would love that to be like just like a random company's slogan, like Aldi. The rich get richer.
Facebook is getting a new.
completely
Facebook is changing their name right now. They could just change themselves to the rich get richer.
Facebook changes its name to Vimeo 2.
What are they gonna do?
Dude, I can't wait for Vimeo to buy Facebook.
They're just so wealthy. It's clearly shown by Jimmy.
We should start uploading Barry to Vimeo.
All right, Jimmy, give us your topic, rich boy.
All right, yeah,
Mr.
topics.
Mr. Moneybags.
All right. I'm sure everybody knows.
Oh, you're sure?
about
That's funny.
Oh, that's
The
funny.
incredibly popular. All right, there's an old cartoon that I think a lot of people have heard about called Rescue Rangers. All right.
Yes.
Chip and Dale's Rescue Rangers. It was a spin-off of that old classic cartoon Chip and Dale, where Chip and Dale found, a group of other vermin. I don't know what's the other word for what they are.
Firm.
Just
imagine
creatures,
Ricky
right?
the rat. Like,
Yeah, I like to imagine like Chip and Dale, like these cutesy Disney animated characters, and then there's like hyper realistic like rat side characters.
like fleas, like flicking fleas around.
All right.
Like,
They're
I will be
chipmunks.
honest, I don't know what show you're talking about, but please go on.
Yeah,
All right, Rescue
You
Rangers.
know Chip and sorry.
All right, they're chipmunks, and I'm not sure if all the other ones are chipmunks, but they found like a group of them who try and help out stuff, save the world, all sorts of stuff, and it was decently popular. It was like in the early 90s, I think, and eventually even had a movie, and the fandom for these Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers TV stuff was called the Ranger Files, and they're interesting when you look into them. A lot of it is very furry stuff, character worship. People would dress up as all stuff, but it gets kind of weird once you keep on going into it, And I wanted to focus in on what I just thought this is kind of just a cute project. It's not one of those super furry, sex kind of projects or whatever would it be, but it was just a sociology.
This isn't a super furry sex project.
Damn it! I've
Lock
been
me
waiting
up.
for weeks.
Next topic.
But I thought this is cute because I was just looking up Ranger Files, like the forums, and I was going to originally, do that, but I found a little sociology project that was a website somebody made, Julia Bin, for college in 2000. Here, I'm gonna send the link into our super secret buried round table so everybody can open it. And it's just a little project that they did analyzing the Rescue Ranger fan community, so I didn't have to.
This
At least
is
at
so
the time
unappealing
of
to
2000.
look at.
In the year 2000, another old website. They're awesome.
Yeah, it's another very old website, very basic stuff. I mean, it was a college project. This person probably wasn't really concerned with graphic art, but they were very evidently super into the fandom. One of my favorite pages is the one on Gadget, who is one of the female characters.
Geez, that's some artwork. Yeah. Gadget.
Are you sure this isn't a furry sex project?
There's too much text and not enough pictures for it to qualify.
Yeah, but this one,
Just vivid description.
Gadget is pretty much the the desired character of Rescue Rangers, I'd say. She's a strong, independent, and I think they say rare for the 80s, a relative rarity for the 80s cartoons. Female character. A lot of people in the family, I mean, in the fandom, not the family. In the family, lust after her. They all love her. They talk about, their technology and carefree, beautiful attitude, huge role model, and all that. And it even, what does it say? Her fans generally like her for one of two reasons: either because she's the kind of person they like and respect, or they, quote, want her children. This is at the end of the first paragraph. And
We're
then
going
there's
back to Rumpelstiltskin? What's happening?
Yeah. I'm just saying that might not be, a sexual term. It could be they're just witches.
Yeah, and then if you click on the link directly after that, there's the Gadgetism test, which is a test to find out how much of a fan of this particular Rescue Ranger you are. And this is in contrast to the Rangerism test, which they have to figure out how much of a fan of the Rangers you are. There's stuff like, do you think that Gadget should have never been in dirty diapers? Which is presumably a reference to the show. Gotten her own series. Been on embroidered shirts.
All right, section 2 of this is very strange to me, where the whole section is roughly 30 questions about how Disney should have rendered Gadget. This is so weird. Why do you need 30 questions about this? They're like, do you think Gadget should have been rendered for Disney in computer 3D, in porcelain drool, in bronze, drool bore? What the hell? In a creator's plate? Pardon me, I have to rob a bank now. What are these?
There's a whole dissertation here.
Yeah, no, there's a full like I don't know. This person definitely should have gotten an A for how freaking in depth this all gets. Like this is just one of the characters, Gadget.
I also just I will say I really don't. First off, I'm reading that this is a sociology project.
Yeah.
Imagine being a sociology professor and someone turns this in as their project. I would be like, okay.
Wow.
But also, I hate the idea. I hate that they call people who are fans of
Me
Rescue
too.
Rangers Ranger Files. I'm not a fan of that.
I
I'm
was
not a fan
just
of that
reading
name.
that, and I was like, am I stupid? Does file mean fan of? But
Well, it's a lover, but it's like just putting file in your name is probably not a good.
Yeah. I mean,
Which
this is something
reminded
that
me
they
of-
submitted for grading, and they talk about stuff like, oh, Chip is the more popular chipmunk, partially because he's cute. One female ranger file even likened her sexy male friend to Chip. That was
So there
probably
is a
the
sexual
author. I don't know
aspect.
who else probably would have said that.
Okay.
what this reminded me of was the old topic where the dude made a fandom of himself and called all of his fans the Redophiles. Where it's
Oh,
just-
that's right.
Hey, Redophiles.
The YouTube was it stand-up guy?
Heckler owns comedian.
Yeah.
Pedophiles. Oh, gross. At the very bottom of this score page, I want to read the first sentence of more in-depth-ish stuff. This is the most absurd paragraph I've ever read. Gadget angst is the frustrated, helpless anger that Gadget files feel when they enter a Disney store and realize that Gadget barely even graced its doorway. Unless, of course, the store is a Gadget shrine, and then the Gadget file is bowing before it. Or when they
It
finally
really
get
is feast or famine in the Ranger file community. I'm gonna tell you.
Or when they watch bonkers and seethe all too weird that this bumped her spot? What the heck is happening?
Oh yeah. No, that was.
I also love the Gadget page. Is the picture on it is just a angelic, like it's like Gadget died and went to heaven as an angel.
That's the one thing I wanted to say is why did he use this image of like dead angel fucking Gadget?
Dead Gadget.
This is dead Gadget. Yes, this is my artwork. Dead angel Gadget.
Dead angel Gadget.
It's very grainy. It's like so old and grainy. It looks like an old photograph. But she's got angelic wings and a white dress.
She walked into a Disney store and they had no merch of her, so she died of anger.
She died. She died of
She
anger.
was like, whoa! She exploded. I'm so angry!
I'm just so I love like because you always hear like old people like when their husband dies they die of sadness. It's
Die
just
of
so
a
much
broken
like
heart.
oh,
She died of anger.
Excuse me,
mad.
Disney store, do you have any Ranger file material? And they're like, no. And he's,
I think if you said the word Ranger file in a Disney store, you would be kicked out immediately.
This is a wild page. Why?
I actually
it part of
found
the
the
theme?
author. I think.
oh.
If you, I like I said, I think this is ultimately a cute project. Even though I think
Wow,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
doxed.
yeah, ultimately it's a pretty cute project. I think it's very funny how in depth on Gadget it gets, in comparison to all the others. And it seems Julie Bin is a Christian romantic fantasy writer
Oh.
nowadays, and she has a Twitter and everything.
I mean, that would
Last
explain
posted in
the
2019.
angelic imagery.
Yeah, true.
Literally,
actually.
but literally nothing else.
Well, I don't know. I do agree that this is like, besides some of the stranger parts of it, which I don't even know, it could be her just, more quoting the weirder parts of the fandom. But this is a pretty like in-depth project. She clearly like cared a lot about making this.
Yeah, for sure. It's
Yeah.
just so funny because I can't imagine writing this much on a subject and turning it into like a subject like
Professor.
Rescue Rangers and turning it into a professor.
Yeah, it feels like it would have to be like a master's or a dissertation.
Yeah,
Like, you should turn
exactly.
this in for your doctorate.
Bonk.
Yeah, you go to you're like in grad school and like the professor's like, hey, how's your like dissertation doing? It's like you're doing. It's almost done. You've been working for a couple months. He goes, yeah. Like, do you want to see it? Like, do you want to like read it over? He goes, yeah, I'd love to. And he goes, oh yeah, here, let me just send you what do you mean the website link? Oh, is it like just like on a Google Doc? And she opens it up and you look at this and you're like,
Okay.
Oh my God. Okay. Okay, never mind.
What is a Ranger file?
I just found an absolutely terrible subsection to the questions about Gadget. under the quote, if you want her children, use subsection A. It takes you down to the bottom of the thing almost, where it's, would you welcome Gadget into her house? Afterward, would you welcome her out of other things? Do you fantasize about her? Have you tasted machine oil?
Oh my god.
And it doesn't get super better.
Well,
Oh
there's
my
a whole
God.
subsection on here titled Romance that I have not clicked on, and I am genuinely scared to.
Question 9 is, have you hurt yourself reacting to the red dress? And then they give IE as an example. I goes, oh, ow. It's just like an onomatopoeia. What is
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
This
I
is
love
hysterical.
this.
I could look at it a lot longer, but I won't bore you reading out the entire page now that I've scrolled to the bottom. That's the really
Oh my
juicy
gosh.
stuff in the gadgetisms. All right, yeah. But that
Wait,
was that was
also-
my top.
Also,
Oh, sorry.
question 90 again. They give another IE. They do question 90 again. It's, have you heard some retro address? IE. What? Why those bonk? Ow! There's like a cartoon. Question 92. Kablam! We're tied. Why are they making onomatopoeias in these questions?
There's little stage
God.
notes for the reader. Like,
Yeah.
Honestly, I think she probably got I think she got an A on the sociology assignment, mainly because I think not because of her examination, but her as a sociological subject, that someone would be driven to put this website
I was
together.
sort of hoping that she put this website together. It actually blew up, and then she just like, I'm gonna add so much random shit to this thing. All right, that was a great topic.
Thank you so much. That was
ow!
yeah,
Ooh,
Ranger
wow.
Files, specifically a sociology project about the Ranger Files.
Man, I can't believe it's the Gadgetism test version .001. I wish you should just update it.
Yeah, waiting for 1.3.
1.3.
When are we leaving beta?
Yeah, when are we finally gonna get the alpha version? I want the full release. All right, who wants to go next?
I can go next.
Oh, please
Hit
take
it.
the floor, Liam. Get on stage. Hey.
So this one I've done as best as I can to understand this, because I think if you go to this website is called heavenlyangels.org. That's, although, okay, so it says it's called heavenlyangels.org, but the website's actually angels-heaven.org. And looking at it, it's a lot. It is again,
Yeah.
like another old weird website. It's got this big rainbow going down the middle of it. Everything is a link. You can click on like everything, and everything
Wow.
takes you. There is like, it's translated into a million different languages. There's like, they boast that like 200,000 people from 100,000 cities and villages over 194 countries have
Villages.
downloaded 20 million files per month.
Why?
Which I would doubt the veracity of these claims. So what it is, as I've understand it, because there's a lot of graphics and a lot of them don't, I don't know. Basically, as I've come to understand it, there is this alien creature called Ashtar Sharan,
Yeah.
who lives in space. He's the Starman waiting in the sky, if you will. And basically, there's this plan, because 90% of human beings, and bear with me for a second.
Yeah.
90% of human beings are chipped and controlled by the dark world. So therefore they can't, they're not able to transvibrate. And so the aliens are going to come in their spaceships that are actually very well diagrammed. There's a number of diagrams for these Ashtar spaceships. But the spaceships are going to come and take all the good people who can transvibrate, and they're going to take them away. And you got to make sure, and only the people that follow the cosmic laws can ascend to the higher to space.
Oh my God.
This sort of thing originated in the Czech Republic. It's like a Czech ideology. And the interesting about this, and I've tried to, because the thing is, I'm afraid of this website because everything I click, it seems to download something.
Oh no.
I have so much on my computer of these like zip files that I'm afraid to open, like Heavenly Angels fucking .png. But the one thing I did download on this website, if you scroll down on the main page, there are about 15 movies. They are of different. So I downloaded the first one and I like watched it, and I tried so hard to glean something from it.
Yeah.
And it opens like with these like this nice little like grass field and these people who have like heart chests. And it's this nice kind Czech man wearing like a white clothes with a little flower sitting on a couch. And it's the year 2. He's like, yes, and it's translated. So he's speaking Czech, and there's like subtitles. He goes, and he's like, hello, I am a Czech man. I have a message from Ashtar Sharan, and then he like speaks. He's like, this is Ashtar Sharan, using this man as like a thing. And then he kind of goes on and talks about how human beings are being chipped, and because we're not living by the cosmic laws, 90% of the human race is emotion. Oh, is cage. That's the thing. That's what they talk about. Is the idea of the encapsulated soul, the encapsulated spirit or soul of nearly all people on planet Earth. The degree of true life that means manifestations of love in everyday situations are only at 5%. A life without love, that means manifestation of evil and falsities in everyday life, controlling the degree by negative entities, is at 95%. But if you follow the cosmic laws, you can decapsulate your soul
but
and
course.
follow the truth. And a number of these, so
There's a lot
basically,
here, yeah.
TLDR, this is a fucking nightmare.
Could I butt in for a second? There, in case this
Liam's getting a
website,
little lost in his topic.
in case this website isn't to your language or understanding, at the very bottom of the page, I was very concerned and started counting, and this is not a joke, but there are 69 links to the same fucking website in different languages. So they're not just trying to tell you about what's happening, but they're trying to tell everyone what's happening.
Well, Dylan, 200,000 people from 100,000 cities and villages of 194 countries download this 20 million times per month.
That's okay.
Fucking God.
What does that mean? I'm so confused. Why is this website so concerned with the amount of files people are downloading across the world? Because
that makes me really scared that I did download.
The other thing that this thing says is alltheworlddownloads.com with dashes in between each world. And that just brings you to like another page that's like a precursor to this one, like a moose boosh to this page, if you will. That shows like 2 different pages that explain like their deal before showing you this one. But why do they care about downloads? I don't understand what this is.
They're very
very
impressed
into their
with their numbers.
Like some websites have titles like wearen'tslaves.org, don'tgetchipped.org. And as I look at this, and I counted, I could have counted wrong, but I counted exactly 69, which is a very alarming amount of websites to share one message. Because I feel like if you do it well enough, you can accomplish that message in one website. You don't have to make 69 individual links for Canada, the Czech Republic.
Is it like, it's gotta be based on the Czech Republic, right? Yeah, original web.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
There's
original
EU
Czech
websites, SK websites, DE websites, Russian websites. They are trying to get everyone to know the message.
You know what's the weird thing about these like religious cult like website things that I always like notice? They always have these weird like paintings of like angels holding computers. Like they're always like very strange like pictures, but who's making these? Like what artist do they have that can make these detailed like angel paintings that are holding like an iPhone?
Declan, how do you think I got my start in money? All right.
So the truth
ever
comes
since I
out,
found
Jimmy.
since I found realism and this, I mean,
I was gonna say this is very similar to realism.
Yeah.
in the most basic way, like culty religion as possible.
Yeah.
It's very different.
But one thing I
Us
think
realists are
I
actually
was
real, so
that's true. One thing I was gonna say is there are a few of these. Speaking of drawings, if you scroll down, they get that's why I wish I could come at you with more of this information, but these if you like scroll on the page and look at these diagrams, they're made by an insane person.
Yeah, these are insane.
The last couple drawings label them. They are drawn by an 8-year-old child. Like, if you get to the very bottom, it shows the structure.
Some of these are well made. They're all in Uncanny Valley, but you go from one of aliens and humans shaking in peace to next apocalyptic alien war happening.
Yeah.
Why is why are there kitten pictures on the side of the website that each say give goods and uses to each other? What does that mean?
Don't you get it?
Don't you get it?
I love.
Clearly you've been chipped.
Uh-oh,
Declan.
wait.
Declan, you're clearly
Declan.
chipped.
Yeah, Declan, you're fucking RFID chipped. But there is literally a picture that I thought was so funny. It's a picture of, it's clearly ripped from some Hindu kind of creation story, but there's this giant serpent eating these people, and they just photoshopped the fangs of the serpent with RFID chips.
Oh my god.
Here's the picture. They show a picture of the Tower of Babel collapsed, and the support beams of the Tower of Babel are RFID chips. So this is RFID chips is like the smoking cigarettes of
right.
fucking lady.
It's another weird hill to die on, where they're just I hate RFID chips and make a religion about it.
I'm gonna send it to you guys. You can't really see it because it's a podcast, but there is just a.
We'll email you each individually the picture.
I really want this to be a new meme format. I want this to replace the the Virgin versus the Chad.
Yeah.
I want to do there's a diagram right here. This is clearly drawn with either colored pencils or crayons. I want to do a positive loving man, a free man, versus a negative non-loving man, an unfreed, controlled puppet man.
Oh my god.
I just love that fucking title.
Why is there a blender photoshopped in the background?
No, that's a
It's
different
just
one. I just sent a different one.
The way that title
my bad.
reads, it was written by Gollum, the positive loving man, a free man, a negative non-loving man, unfree, controlled puppet man.
Talks with teachings from my Cosmos friends. And then the other one is talks with teachings from it's the same one. Never mind.
It's
found
like
another
if
one.
they tried to draw Jesus from memory. That's the best way that I can describe a lot of these pictures. I'm looking at one where they talk about the commander of the cosmic squadron named Ptah. And Ptah looks like PewDiePie. I can't get it out of my head. He looks identical to Felix Schellberg. There's no other way to see it.
What, he's just got a real face too.
And you jump between pictures, like Liam was saying, of colored pencils to hyper-realistic representations of what the god looks like. And there's no in between.
Why are there hieroglyphics behind the unpositive, unloving man? What is happening? You were right. You know what? I want to circle back to your perfect summation that said, TLDR, this is a nightmare. It's a fucking nightmare.
Literally, honestly, when you scroll, if you, listeners at home, I would recommend going to this website. Don't download any. First off, do not download anything.
I'll be very excited.
Which is really hard because it's hard not to, you click on something and just it starts downloading. You're like, uh-oh.
now I'm in.
So yeah, angels-heaven.org, and I would just say, just start scrolling because
really.
It's kind of scary.
Please don't make this weird spiral one shows the different levels of ideology. It's fighter, wizard, lucid. Where's wizard coming into this?
Yeah. See, that's it. Do you feel bad? Do you think that the guy this Czech man who created this was worried that people wouldn't join his religion if they thought it was too vague? And so he was just oh, I just have to explain it more. I just have to explain it more.
I like how some of the program controlled symbols, one of them was just a rectangle. Yeah, I feel like the best angling this is TLDR. This is a fucking nightmare. I think that's the best
TLDR, this is a fucking
I-
nightmare.
I hope I'm not stepping on any toes or making some sort of political statement.
No.
But I've gone through
so,
this
Dylan.
very thoroughly, and there is no black people. There is not a single black person on this website. In this whole religion, black people do not exist.
Uh-oh.
I think
They're just like all of our leaders are white, all of our followers are white.
Barack Obama's
Pata.
in one of them, actually.
Wait, where?
If
I
you
haven't
scroll
seen
towards
him.
the top, it's like
It's like
our
we
leaders
have,
interact with theirs, and Barack Obama
yeah,
is at the top of it.
since 1949, we've been in contact with world leaders, and I read that I was like, well, why haven't they said anything about this yet?
Right.
He got the president's
What if-
phone number
what if-
one time in 1949. He just hasn't stopped talking about it.
What if you went to like a press conference and you were like, Mr. President, is it true you've had contact with Ashtar Sharan? Yes, I'm good friends with Ashtar Sharan. He helped me decapsulate my soul.
Did you guys not know that?
He showed me that the many of our monuments were held up by RFID chips.
He helped me to de-chip. I was chipped. Me and Michelle were chipped.
All right. This is crazy.
Yeah. Anyway, so Ashtar Sharan, if you're listening to this, I love you.
I love you too. Honestly, this is wild.
and I'm following all the cosmic laws to the best of my ability.
Yeah.
I don't love you. You have no representation.
Dylan,
Okay.
Dylan,
Dylan.
not in front of Ashtar.
Dylan,
I
that's
can
some,
hear you.
that is some chipped talk, Dylan. What you're doing right now.
Dylan,
Someone just knocked on my door.
who is it?
All right. I want to
Ashtar?
go.
Keep it up, Chip Boy.
I want to go. I want to do my topic. All right.
Please go ahead.
Go for it,
Please.
dude.
Thank you. Okay, this one, I read a lot about it. There's parts of it that are a little gross, but I had to do it because I read one sentence that was just so flippin' funny. I had to bring this up. So, okay, this one, it comes from 4chan, so that's already sort of a bad sign.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
This is called.
Declan took the red
Stinky.
pill.
No. I didn't look at
No,
4chan
no.
at all. I just looked at the news feeds that were talking.
Mom, I
about
didn't
it.
even
So,
look at 4chan.
This is called the Chem hoax. All right, and there's this. So apparently there's a drug, or I guess a type of drug called Chem, Genkem, that was originated somewhere in Africa. It's actually pretty terrible. It involves mixing human waste, letting it ferment in the sun until it makes a gas into a balloon, and then huffing that to get high and have hallucinations.
Oh yeah, I feel like I've heard about this.
Have you? Okay.
From other people, I mean.
Wow.
So yeah.
Hey Vespucci, could you give me my balloon, please?
So I don't know. Again, it's debated how real that actually is, but some guy on like a 4chan thing said he was doing it. And did it, and then told everyone, "Whoa, I got this crazy high. I passed out for a minute, and then I woke up and I had hallucinations for a whole day." And people like believed him for a little bit until he finally revealed, "Yeah, you know what? I was faking it the entire time. I made a video of me like drinking a bottle of Nesquik, and like that's what people thought it all was."
Wait, drinking a bottle of what?
Like he
Nesquik.
put a bottle, fill it with Nesquik, called it human waste, and then said that was
Nesquik?
it.
That's pretty
Hold
wild.
on.
You mean-
Who makes that?
Who makes Nesquik?
That's just
Wait a minute. Do you think this is a Nestle conspiracy? I think Nestle wants everyone to be
Nestle.
huffing Gen
Nestle has been putting poopy in their water to get the people
Nestle-
to get you high on RFID chips.
Nestle is like water is not a human right, but sniffing your own shit. Have fun. Like,
Okay, but that's not what I
sorry,
want to talk
sorry.
about. Because that
Really? Wait, that wasn't your top. Huffing your own shit wasn't your
no. That's the more sad backstory to the admittedly pretty funny hoax that these people on the internet actually ended up pulling off. They wrote in it's a template of an email that they told everyone to send to schools in their areas. It said, "Hello, I'm an anonymous parent. I want to be kept anonymous so that my son doesn't get upset. But my son has been talking about this new drug that they learned at your school called Genkem." And they talk all about how kids at the school are huffing their own waste and they're getting high. And they're like, "We're very concerned, and I think you should bring it up in school assembly." And they got so many schools to talk about this new drug on the streets that it got like released to like the Washington Post. Like it was talked about so many places that like it was coming up in news articles. And it was like people actually believed it. And it wasn't until someone finally came out and said, this is all a big joke. Like, no one in America is actually doing this. But they were like, be warned, parents. Your kids might start huffing their own waste.
Oh my god.
But
In a balloon.
the real reason I want to bring this up is because in the process, a bulletin by the sheriff's office in Florida, like one sheriff's office in Florida, made a full information bulletin on it. And they talk about it. They say what you should look out for. But the last sentence is perfect because they give you slang terms for the drug.
Oh
no!
no.
Like street terms, like everyone, like they and I don't know where they came up with these. They clearly just thought of them on the fly. But here they are: weenie, shit, runners, fruit from crack pipe, Leroy Jenkems, mite, butt hash, and waste.
Butt hash was the one that I've been looking at and laughing at. It's fucking weed from your ass.
Leroy Jenkems? Who? Like, nowhere in these other posts did anyone ever talk about these. Someone from the sheriff's county just decided to say, oh yeah, I've been hearing these terms on the street.
Jimmy, are you doing fruit from crack pipe?
Like, what is? So it has nothing to do with anything about this drug.
Why would the slang term for this thing be more formal than the word itself?
I know. They're like, hey, who wants to do some winning? Who wants to do some runners? They even just
That is like exclusive like cop lingo. Like, hey, you kids want to do some pot? You kids wanna...
You boys been huffing butt hash? Like, where can a respectable young man such as myself find some?
I've been in the market for some fruit from crack pipe. You guys got it?
And they're just like, bro, what?
Like, what are you talking about?
Hey kids, I'm the new kid in town. You guys know where I can get any shit weed?
I'm mad. When you say hey kids, I imagine a 40-year-old man approaching like grade school boys. Hey fellow kids, a guy I really want to get to know is Leroy Jenkems.
How traumatizing would it be to like non-drug using like little children like 12-year-olds if some adult man approached them and goes, hey kids, do you know where I can get some shit crack?
Oh my god, dude! Like, I'm playing Pokemon Go. What are you?
But that just makes me even more angry that one of the slang terms isn't butt crack, because that is so perfect for the drug.
Butt crack. What are you talking about, man? He goes, well, I'm just looking for some weenie, runners, butt hash,
fermented human shit.
It is a very foul thing. Like, I get it, it's gross, but that sentence, that whole idea is so important. The rest of the article, like, the rest of the thing, like, also gives just insane claims about the drug. They're like, it gives you a similar high to cocaine, but with hallucinations, and it can last, like, for 20 whole minutes. And people tend to be out of it. And talk about how they have the taste of feces in their mouth for several days afterwards. Gross. I hate this. Like,
I'd like to imagine like this Washington Post article, like it's like this mystery drug known as Poopy Truth. Poopy drug. It consists of taking big stinky whiffs of your own messy poopies.
I think they can literally make up any term. They're like Gen Chem, otherwise known as Bingo Boingo time.
He was just in a creative writing funk, and he needed something to inspire.
Fruit from crack pipe.
Fruit from crack pipe.
What's that even fucking mean?
Fruit from crack pipe.
Runners.
Mom, Jimmy, are you doing fruit from crack pipe down here?
No, I'm doing winning.
I can smell it.
I've also fucking loved that this got to actual committees, such as the Partnership for a Drug-Free America, where Candace Besson from the PDFA had to go and state that she had never heard about the drug.
I haven't heard about this Gen Chem. You know, winning, shit, rudders,
Butt crack.
That's it. Every time they mention it, they have to get into
name.
poopy drug.
They're like, all right,
Sniff shit.
that concludes the meeting of PTA. Well, hang on there. You know, my name's Mr. Johnson. I'm a concerned parent. I think we should be talking about, you know, winning. What? Oh, come on, you know, fruit from crack pipe. Butt hash. What other the kids are calling it these days?
Butt crack.
The fucking DEA put out a message saying there are people in America trying Gen Chem, and they characterized it as dangerous, bad, and stupid. Like, those are the 3 words to describe huffing your own shit.
Was that like DEA like bring your son to work day and he goes, here son, you get to classify this drug. Oh, poopy drug is bad, stupid, and dumb.
The cop drops his car. Holy crap. We're on code bad right now.
Holy we're on code brown.
We're on a code stupid.
Code stupid.
All right, that's.
I liked.
Yeah,
I
we
love
don't need to-
Have you seen that? Have you seen that video of like Ronald Reagan being like he's like pot, like marijuana, pot, hash, grass, whatever you want to call it, is probably the most dangerous drug. He's like, like what's it's like
Gen Chem.
whatever. Fuck, what's it called?
Gen Chem.
I forgot what the real name. Gen
Gen
Chem, poopy drug, from crack pipe, butt crack, whatever you want to call it.
I feel like
My
poopy
fellow
drug
Americans.
defeats the purpose of having a street name. It's supposed to be that you don't know it's a drug. Same with fruit from crack pipe. If someone said that, people were like, okay, he's clearly talking about drugs. Like,
That's it. He's like, no, you can't arrest me. That's not what the actual drug is called. So technically, you didn't know I was doing drugs.
yeah, but you mentioned crack, son. Like,
Hey, hand me that fruit from crack pipe.
fruit from crack. Wow,
That just
Darlene,
sounds
this
like crack.
Darlene, this dessert is delightful. What do you call it? Oh, it's just a little recipe I whipped up called fruit from crack pipe.
Fruit from crack pipe. It's made of my own fermented shit.
All right, we don't need to talk about this. We don't need to talk about the poops anymore.
All right, okay.
I just
Whoa,
love
okay.
those names. Those names are just so funny to me.
Yeah, you know.
You know,
Butt
and
crack.
they always say you know. We all know what we're talking
Fruit from
about.
ash pipe. Okay. All right, okay.
All right, Dylan. Why don't you close this out here?
Yeah. Thanks for coming to me last. This is a really good closing one.
Can't wait.
I'm confident in you, Dylan. All right,
We're
all
all-
three
we're
of
all
us
counting
are very
on you.
confident in you.
Well, so
As
I
always.
wanted to do a small end to personally my own like 4-part series of weird websites. So I found one more that hasn't been updated in many years, and it was very interesting to me. But I wanted to bring it up in here because I wanted you guys to go to it and help me find out if there's anything more than just the homepage. Because I've been looking at this website for weeks, I've been trying to click on any link available, but I'm pretty sure it's just the homepage. I could be wrong because I brought up, last week, 2 weeks ago, I brought up the, Enter Here website with Arnold Schwarzenegger, and I didn't know that until we were live. So the website I want us to go to is robertdeniro.com, which is my conclusion to my weird website little series right now. It's a fan page for Robert De Niro that hasn't been updated since September 11th, 2001. And I know that
Jesus.
Oh my
because
gosh,
on
no.
the Robert De Niro fan
No.
page, it starts off with a in memoriam to the victims of 9/11, which is just so different from Robert De Niro or anything to do with Robert De Niro that I open up the page and I'm like, what the fuck is this doing here?
Yeah,
And
really.
then I go down, and it gives a brief description on Robert De Niro's career circa 2001, and nothing else. And that's the website. It just kind of briefly goes over how he got famous, why he's famous, and that's it. Except for the email at the bottom, info@robertdeniro.com, which I have since emailed, and I'm refreshing right now to make sure I'm still correct. Oh, even better! I was hoping to get a response from info@robertdeniro.com, but I got a response from Gmail saying that address doesn't even exist. So I don't even know what to feel about this website.
This
Wow,
website is
this guy was so devastated by 9/11 he gave up on his Robert De Niro fan website.
I saw it when you put the Robert De Niro account. I did not take a picture of the Twin Towers the first thing I was going to see, and I was very worried that it was going to be like, very like in bad taste. But at least it's like a memoriam, I guess.
No, I'm sorry. Yeah, I could have put that better. It clearly started off as a Robert De Niro fan page, but then the author witnessed 9/11 firsthand and was like, this is it. I can't think past this to Robert De Niro anymore. So the website, to this day, has not been updated since the tragedy.
This webpage is literally like, it's not just like a tribute to 9. It's like there is half 9/11 and half Robert De Niro.
And it's all of his old pictures, so you're absolutely
Maybe he
right
thinks
that
that Robert De Niro did.
And then he's just, I wonder if this is just like Robert De Niro's website, because if you go down to the bottom, the only function of the website, and if you look, there's a bunch of things that have like these, I don't know if this website was like supposed to do something at one point, or it's just like dead now. But there's just this little website where it's like you click on either DVD, video, or books, and you hit click, and it just takes you to like the Amazon of Robert De Niro DVD.
Right.
Yeah,
The only
that's
keyword in it is Robert De Niro, and you can't remove that. So the
No,
only current function of the website is Amazoning Robert De Niro and getting
I want to
those
say
three.
something right now. You actually can change it. I just typed chickens
Really?
in video, and it just brought me to the Amazon page for like chicken videos.
Oh my god!
So
Yeah,
you-
dude, I
Amazon
typed in
search
James
proxy.
Dean.
This website has nothing to do with Robert De Niro.
Okay, I want to ask you something because you brought something up. Do you think Robert De Niro is pissed about this website because he's been trying to get robertdeniro.com like for ages? He was trying to get it for his own personal website.
And it's fucking this.
Yeah.
That's just like a picture of the Twin Towers
He
with
keeps
his
contacting
face
the guy
all
being like, I
around
will
it.
buy the domain from you, and he's like, yeah, well, it's gonna cost you like $50 million.
Like, I can only imagine that the author of the website was so distraught after 9/11 that they like deleted the email. So permanently robertdeniro.com is a 50-50 toss-up.
You just can't take it anymore. You can't even contact the guy.
That is fascinating
Niro's-
that a man like Robert De Niro doesn't even, because like, so I own the domain liammann.com. But Robert De Niro
Really?
literally doesn't own robertdeniro.com.
He doesn't know who he is. He doesn't know his own domain.
He used
He's
to be
not a master
Bobby
of his
De
domain.
Niro.
Wow.
Do you think that Robert De Niro knows about this website?
There's no
I'm gonna-
chance.
Are you kidding me? Don't you think? What if he was just like, it's a Friday night. I've had a few glasses of cognac. I'm gonna look up my name.
Why does he have to be
online."
drunk? He's
Dot
fucking
com.
hammered.
He's got to be hammered. It's just he's like, it's a quiet night. He goes, I'm looking up my own name.com. See what people are saying. And then the first
He's
thing
had
he
a whole
brings to
bottle
is
of
the Twin
cognac to
Towers.
himself.
This is
God,
Oh my god.
he's got to be upset. He I do think he's probably seen this website.
There is
Yeah.
a very good chance, I would say,
Because
but
it's not like it's like Robert De Niro fan. It's literally robertdeniro.com.
No, it's his direct of like the URL he could have gotten for Robert De Niro.
this
God
dude
damn it.
probably did invest in a website, robertdeniro.com, with the hopes that actual Robert De Niro would reach out and buy it from him. But clearly that hasn't happened because it hasn't been updated since 2001. So I don't know.
Whoa, oh, okay, never mind. I thought so. Sorry, I was like just trying to like I was going down like the Google search of like robertdeniro.com, and I saw this Facebook for it said like Robert De Niro home Facebook, and it had like a 2-star rating, and I was like, do they just like let people rate celebrities' Facebook accounts? But it's like a fan. It's like the Robert De Niro fan page.
Clearly
But like,
they're doing a
imagine
great
if
job.
Facebook allowed you to just like leave reviews on people. Just like a fucking 1-star rating. It's like, oh, okay.
Liam, honestly, that's what this website is. It's a review on Robert De Niro at a certain point in his career, because this author, in the only paragraph on Robert De Niro, talks about how when he becomes a character, he becomes that character. He doesn't like take his outside life and make that a part of his character to make it more relatable. He is that character. So it is a review of Robert De Niro, but nothing else. Like there's just this one paragraph on him, and I wanted to bring it in this podcast thinking like maybe you guys could find something. There's like nothing else. That's it. It's 50-50.
But Dylan, you mentioned that this website is a rating, and I agree. Robert De Niro gets a 9 out of 11.
Do not cut that.
Liam.
Keep that in.
Yeah, what's up?
You're clearly a man today, all right? Jeez, what the heck? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I turned into a
I
big
said
boy.
your name like I wanted to say something after that, but I don't want to be associated with that anyway.
Nah, it's cool. I approve it. It's my topic.
This. Oh, good. Deck Dylan approves. Thank God.
Well, don't forget the law that whoever's saying their topic, they get full rating.
They get
over
final,
all things
yeah.
that happen.
Like I didn't.
forever.
No, I was gonna be much worse. Never mind. Let's continue.
That's okay. Let's move on from 9/11.
Alright,
Let's do some ratings.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, all right. Ha ha ha! That was a good. Let's
see where Vespucci helps us.
Really funny. All right.
Like Vespucci will come in here, will understand as a listener what is okay and what is not, and will make the final decision. But
Guys, it's getting a little hot in here. I don't think Vespucci ever put out that fire. I think it's,
oh no,
ooh, I think it's growing a little bit.
I do. Does anyone else smell carbon monoxide?
No, I
No,
can't.
I
I
just
can't
feel
smell anything from my very tall bed, which is much taller. and
No,
cooler
I
than
just feel
everybody
tired.
else's.
Ah, the height of luxury, a tall bed.
All right, let's
All right.
rate. Let's vote on a winner.
Go down the
review.
list. What are your topics?
Mine was the Rangelfile sociology project.
Mine was,
Rangelfile
Gen
was
Chem.
in general.
Mine was Ashtar Sharan and the Escape Plan for Humanity.
And I was RobertDeNiro.com. All right.
I was Robert De Niro. All right.
And I am Robert De Niro. All right.
I am
Are you ready?
Robert De Niro.
Let's
All
do
right.
that thing where on
Give
like
us the
TV
3,
shows
2,
where they
1.
like hype up. Oh, guys, it's a big decision. Oh man.
Dun, dun, dun,
You know,
dun,
who
dun,
knows
dun,
what this is
dun,
gonna come
dun,
out
dun,
as.
dun. Dun, 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 dun. Hey, it's me, Jeff Probst. It's time for the
Fire
let's
token.
Let's vote. Fire token.
Your token. You
All right.
found the immunity idol. All right. Everybody send in 3,
3,
2, 1, go.
Yes!
Hey!
There you go.
I
I'm the
didn't want to
wiener.
say it, but that was a really close one between Liam and Jimmy. I was actually very torn there.
I had to give it to Declan just on the comedic mileage we got from
I almost
from
gave it to
Poopy
Declan
Drug.
for the poop related humor.
It was good, hey, let me just say this real quick. My topic is kind of shit, right? Hey-oh. Hey-oh.
We didn't say it, but to go down the line, I voted for Liam, Declan voted for Jimmy, Liam voted for Declan, Jimmy voted for Liam. Liam is the winner.
Yeah.
Liam is the winner, and as the winner, I get to choose what we have for dinner.
What are we eating, Liam?
Please don't feed us Gen Chem again. I'm so tired of eating my own shit.
Oh, I think we need some vitamin C. You know what I mean? If you know what I'm saying.
No.
We need some fruit. And there's no better fruit than fruit from crack pipe.
The delicious dessert that Nancy gave us.
Yeah, some fruit from crack pipe cobbler.
Gosh. All right. Jimmy always leaves for dinner, though. I don't know where he goes.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
he
go
always
eat
comes
mud.
I'm gonna go sell my second kidney to Vespucci. Sorry, my second liver. Anyways, all right, everyone. Thank you guys for coming along. We have an email, berrypodcast@gmail.com. Please send us anything, including topics. We will do your topics on the show, but we just love to hear from you. A list of 31 opening jokes, perhaps. As always, thanks for coming along, and as always, I'm Declan Grogan.
I need to do my laundry now. The other guys died, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, he left for dinner. Oh. And I'm on fire. Vespucci! Vespucci, no, the fire!
Oh my God! He's got a flamethrower!